14 Early Warning Signs of Alzheimer's Disease. Hello, and welcome to Healthy Vibrance. In this video, we'll explore 14 warning signs that may indicate early stages of Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disorder that impacts memory, thinking, and behavior. Early detection is key, as it allows for better management and planning. Pay close attention to the last 2 warning signs, as they are subtle and extremely important indicators of this disease. If you notice any of the warning signs we discuss in this video, it's important to seek medical advice. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only, and consulting your doctor is essential if you have any medical concerns. 1. Memory loss. Profound memory loss, particularly of recently learned information, is a classic early sign of Alzheimer's. It's true that people will suffer from a bit of forgetfulness that comes with getting older, like briefly forgetting names. But people with this disease suffer from forgetting important things, like missing important meetings or asking the same questions over and over. This means they are having trouble remembering recent events, and it gets in the way of their daily life. Often, their family will notice these changes more than they do. It shows that the brain is having trouble keeping and remembering information. 2. Following recipes or paying bills. People with Alzheimer's often find it hard to plan things or solve problems. They might have trouble with tasks that need steps to be done in order, like following a recipe or paying bills. They start to have a hard time focusing and need much longer to do things they used to do easily. This isn't like making a small mistake with money once in a while. These problems keep happening and show that their ability to think and solve problems is getting worse. These changes can make them feel frustrated and unsure about handling everyday tasks. 3. Remembering rules of a favorite game. A once familiar task can become a complex challenge for someone with Alzheimer's. This includes remembering the rules of a favorite board game or card game. The loss of ability to remember how to play is often gradual, making it initially difficult to identify. This decline is a sign of deteriorating cognitive processes, particularly those involving working memory and executive functioning. 4. Losing track of seasons or forgetting where they are. Alzheimer's patients may experience disorientation with time and place. They might lose track of seasons, forget where they are, or be confused about how they arrived at a location. This is more than just momentarily forgetting the day of the week. It involves a profound loss of understanding of one's circumstances. It can be particularly disconcerting for individuals when they find themselves in an unfamiliar environment. This symptom reflects a deterioration in the brain's ability to process temporal and spatial information. 5. Trouble with their vision. People with Alzheimer's disease often have problems with their vision. They might find it hard to read, tell how far away things are, or see colors and contrasts clearly. This can make it difficult for them to drive safely. These vision issues happen because the parts of their brain that help them see and understand what they see are changing. These problems are more serious than the usual changes in eyesight that happen as people get older. They can really affect how independent and safe someone can be while driving on the roads. Because of these vision problems, people with Alzheimer's might stop doing things they used to enjoy or do every day. If you find these tips helpful, we encourage you to show your support by liking this content, subscribing to our channel, and enabling notifications for the latest health and nutrition tips. 6. New problems with words in speaking or writing. Alzheimer's affects communication. The person suffering from this disease often finds it hard to talk or write. They might have trouble keeping up with or joining in on conversations. Sometimes, they may stop talking in the middle of a sentence and not know what to say next, or they might say the same things over and over. Finding the right word can be tough, and they might even use the wrong name for things. This is different from just sometimes forgetting a word, which happens to everyone. It can be really frustrating for the person. This happens because their brain is having a harder time processing language, which is an important part of thinking and understanding. 7. Misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps. People with Alzheimer's often lose their things and can't remember where they put them. They might put things in strange places and then forget all about it. This can make them think that someone else is taking their things, which is upsetting and can make them not trust others. Unlike typical forgetfulness, where one might eventually remember where things are, this symptom is more severe and frequent. It reflects issues with memory and executive function in their brain, essential for organizing and recalling information. 8. Neglecting personal grooming and cleanliness. There is often a noticeable decline in judgment or decision-making in people with Alzheimer's. They may neglect keeping themselves showered, shaved, and looking groomed. This change can be abrupt or gradual, but represents a significant shift from their previous decision-making ability. It's time to get concerned when you see a consistent pattern of questionable appearances and odors. This symptom is due to changes in the brain's frontal lobe, which is responsible for judgment and decision-making. 9. Quitting activities that they enjoy. People with Alzheimer's might begin to pull away from things they used to like doing, like their hobbies, spending time with friends, or work tasks. This isn't just because they're tired of these activities, it's because they're losing interest in things they once enjoyed. Sometimes they might do this to hide the problems they're having with thinking, or because they find it hard to be around people. This can make them feel lonely and sad, which can make their Alzheimer's worse. When someone stops being socially active, it's a sign that their thinking and feelings are being affected by the disease. 10. Changes in mood and personality. Mood and personality changes are prevalent in Alzheimer's disease. Patients may become confused, suspicious, depressed, or fearful, even in familiar settings. They may be easily upset, especially in situations where they feel out of place. These changes can be drastic and are often one of the most challenging aspects for caregivers to manage. It reflects the broad impact of Alzheimer's on the brain, affecting not just memory but also emotional regulation. 11. Increased anxiety and agitation. Increased anxiety and agitation are common as Alzheimer's progresses. These symptoms can include restlessness, pacing, sleep disturbances, or irritability. They can be particularly pronounced during the evening or night, a phenomenon known as sundowning. This agitation is not just a symptom of discomfort or frustration, it reflects changes in the brain that affect mood and behavior. Managing these symptoms is crucial for the well-being of both the patient and their caregivers. 12. Sleeping more than usual. People with early Alzheimer's might seem unusually passive, sitting in front of the TV for hours, sleeping more than usual, or not wanting to engage in previously enjoyed activities. This loss of spontaneity and initiative is different from occasional feelings of laziness or disinterest. It's a significant change in their behavior, indicating a decline in motivation and engagement. This symptom can be attributed to changes in the frontal lobe, which is responsible for drive, initiative, and personality. 13. Losing their sense of smell. An often overlooked early sign of Alzheimer's is a decline in the sense of smell. Individuals might not notice the aroma of their favorite foods or fail to detect a bad odor. Unlike a temporary change in smell due to a cold or sinus issue, this decline in sense of smell represents a more permanent change. Research has shown that the parts of the brain responsible for olfactory functions are among the first to be affected in Alzheimer's. Detecting this sign can be tricky, but is increasingly recognized as a potential early indicator of the disease. 14. Repeating the same stories over and over. The last warning sign of Alzheimer's disease we'll cover is when a person repeatedly tells the same story, often in a short period. In Alzheimer's, the ability to retain new information deteriorates, causing the individual to forget recent conversations or events. As a result, They may not remember having already shared a particular story and thus repeat it on different occasions to the same person they already shared it with. These 14 signs are part of what makes Alzheimer's disease complicated. It's really important to notice these signs early because it helps doctors diagnose and manage the disease. This way, people with Alzheimer's and their families can get ready and deal with the problems that come with it. It's key to remember that just having one or a few of these signs doesn't always mean someone has Alzheimer's. But if these signs keep happening or get worse, it's very important to talk to a doctor. As scientists keep researching, we hope for better treatments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more health-related content. See you in the next video.